Call to order. If you'll join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Stand, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you remain standing, please. Invocation, Steve, please.
Father, we just come to you again today to ask for your guidance on our decisions here today, and that we can make this association better. We just thank you for everyone that's here, and pray for your safe return home, and pray for those who aren't with us today. But we just do ask for your guidance today, Father. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay. If you haven't had a chance, look at the previous meetings minutes, and I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting from the last meeting.
A second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Okay. Financial report. Okay, on the, if you look down through the financial report, there were copies over here on the counter. In the snack bar, looks like we're down about 17,000 for the first 3 months, and we budgeted 35. So we've already used half of that budget already. That's one of the issues we're going to talk about later on, this particular snack bar right here. The tank pumping, well, we're doing pretty good. We thought we'd make $6,200. We're at $4,500 already, so that's going real well. The golf course, we thought we'd lose $36,000. We're up $2,700. Of course, all the dues came in now, so there'll be expenses that go on after that. So that's one of the ones that you see works itself out throughout the rest of the year. Assessments, we budgeted 554. We're at 295. Steve, I got a feeling that we've got some assessments that haven't come in yet for this year.
Correct.
Okay.
Another thing on that, because they go basically, instead of a calendar year, we send out notices in November. Remember how we were 132,000 to the good last year?
That's right. Yes, part of that's there.
Part of that could have been in there because people do pay as soon as we send that statement out. It actually came in last year's money,
Yes.
but this year's November will also come in this year.
At the end of this year, yes.
So at the end of the year, we have a big spurt also on that.
Okay. Let's see, the administrative, we budgeted $237,000 expense. We're at 65. That's pretty close. If you look at 3 months for the total year, you'd have 4 times that. Security, we budgeted $35,000. We're at 64. Again, we're probably going. We look like we're going to be under at that one. Bathhouse, nothing really is happening too much on the bathhouse right now. Pool, same thing. Nothing's happening until the pool opens. General maintenance, we budgeted $223,000. We're at 31, so we're in really good shape there. I know we need to hire some people, Steve. So we're going to have some more salary when we get some more people on board.
Yes.
Codes enforcement, we're still getting ramped up. We budgeted $2,300 loss, and we're at 700 so far, and that's mainly just the equipment. Miscellaneous, budget $2,700,000, and we're at 12,000 right now. In total for the year, we budgeted 12,000 income, and we're at 208. And of course, a lot of that is the assessments that came in, and when we use those assessments throughout the rest of the year. So. Any questions? Okay. Manager's report. Yeah. We haven't been approving the financials.
Haven't we?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe.
No.
We haven't been approving the financials, have we?
No, we did.
We did? Okay, yes, we
I
did.
thought we
No, we
Yes,
did?
I'll entertain a motion.
Make a motion, we approve the financial report.
I'll second.
Okay. I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carried. Okay, managers. financial report.
Well, that came up quick. The bathhouses are not open yet. Part of it, we haven't really had that terrible cold of weather, but I was afraid that we had some days that they would have froze up, but we're waiting on keys. We do have the new steel doors over here. We're looking for someone to install them. I think Lauren's gonna maybe help me out with that. Once we get them up and we get the keys in, which they were supposed to be in over a week ago, we'll get to where we'll put it out there for everybody. You can get your shower house keys. I do have a mechanic working on this old pump truck. He's got half of it or more fixed. Still has to put in a steering column with some wiring on it, and it'll be fixed where we got a second pump truck available if one goes down or if we get an overload of pumps or whatever. I did get a new, I think everyone here knows Gerald, our grader man, is not doing well at all still. But I did get a new grader man hired, and he'll also be running the dump truck and doing mowing. But I also got a new pump truck man hired. So we've got some help already established to go on for the summer. Yesterday, because I haven't had a chance to get Vicki over to my office yet, her computer's in. It's finally, we got it, all the updates. It comes with a new laptop and everything on it. We've got her phone. I just have to get her over there and kind of get her to what we were gonna do. I went through yesterday and made out like the first 5. What we're gonna do on that, any of the complaints that we have already had, those will be the first ones that we take out on codes enforcement. And so I just took 5 random. I didn't have much time yesterday, but I went out, looked at them. I wrote down the violation. I wrote down where in the book, why it's a violation, if article whatever, section whatever. So I just didn't get them sent off certified letter this morning. So, but they're ready. I got 5 of them ready to send out, and I'll get Vicki probably this next week over there and get her acquainted, and those are going to start going out. I do want to remind everyone that we have put the summer temporary camping permits back into force. So anyone that's got a camper on a building lot, for sure, they need to fill out a paper and get their sticker, which is free, but you still have to be roadworthy and everything, have insurance on it. And the only way you can get the winter storage permit is by having that summer temporary permit. So I just want to let everybody know it's time to get your permit for your summer temporary camping. That looks like all I've got right now.
Okay, any questions? Okay.
Steve, I do have one. Steve, when do you want the winter storage permits?
When?
Yep.
Not till probably a month before it's time.
Okay. Old business, the Hidden Valley Clubhouse lease agreement. The board has looked at it. We got back with Steve to give him any comments. We have a quorum for a meeting today, but we don't have a quorum for the vote. Lauren has to abstain from it because he's involved in that, and according to our attorney, we cannot vote on it today. So we're going to talk about it in the second session a little bit. We may consider a special board meeting, maybe possibly even a Zoom meeting, just so we can get all the board members together before the next board meeting in May, so we can vote on it and get this thing rolling. So. To have somebody run the Hidden Valley Clubhouse food portion of it. Steve, if you might share.
Yeah.
To lease the facility and run it.
Correct. And it's in the paperwork that they have to work with the rec committee, where we don't shut the rec committee out. They'll still be able to get a hold of the person leasing and let them know, hey, we've got this event coming up. The person that's leasing this is wanting to get involved with the rec committee, so that it's not gonna be a problem. They're well established. Everyone over here knows them and likes them. So I think it's gonna be a win-win for everybody. They're planning on, his first initial thought was to have it open closer to like 6 days a week instead of the 4 that we have it open now. We've always had trouble getting help. That will take it off our plate because we lose 10 to 14,000 every year from just this clubhouse. If we can get anywhere close to a break-even point, the association themselves will actually make money because we're not losing that money. And if they're open 6 days a week and it goes over, I hope they make 100,000 a year. It'd be good for the people over here to have it open more. That's where we're going with this. It's not to screw anybody out of anything. It's just, I think it benefits both people.
I just want to be the right one to ask the question, but does the lease, what does it include? Like, they're gonna lease it and then anything that goes wrong, they're gonna fix it, or the association's still responsible?
That's something we're working out internally between us and them.
Because I've leased before.
Right.
I leased my building up here, so I know at least.
That's all,
You gotta get it.
that's all in our agreement. We'll work that out with the people.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Okay. We need to go into executive session. It's going to be about 20 minutes. If it goes any longer than that, we'll come back out and go back in. So if we can break for the executive session, okay? Want to go in here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't I don't
back in session. We talked about collections, and the attorney is going to start sending out letters for collections as far as people who are past due on their assessments. Okay, open forum, 2 to 3 minutes, one topic. I've noticed in the meetings, some people have multiple topics they want to talk about. One topic, and then if nobody else wants to talk, you can do another topic. But one topic, 2 to 3 minutes. Anybody has any comments they want to make? Yes.
Earl wanted to know if you talked to County about the untagged cars. That are in here.
Untagged cars.
The ones that are driving around
Yeah.
here, you know, no
And
insurance,
Bourbon
no
County?
tags.
Yes, Bourbon County told me they do drive around out here once in a great while. And the only thing they told me is if they catch a car driving without a tag,
They told me,
it is,
yes.
that's what they told me. They said they have to catch them driving, then they could do something about it, but without them catching them
You
driving,
know, just as well as I did whenever they come out here, they were out here driving around, they come out looking for somebody.
yeah.
And I understand that, and I just wish there was something else that they could do, where the simple fact is, Earl's feeling on is, we have to tag our side by side, we have to tag the boat, you have to tag your jet skis, now you have to have a permit on your campers and all this, but we can't do anything about the cars.
Three of the other skills and stuff like that.
Well, yes, exactly, no, and I understand that.
Well, we have talked about, maybe, I made this comment here a month or two ago, maybe about trying to get with Bourbon County or one of the deputies that we could hire after their duties there or whatever, and
That can actually do something.
that could actually do that.
I have a copy of the minutes from Bourbon County when they were given permission to come out here. And that was done in 2017.
Right.
It hasn't changed. Except that, you know, we gave them permission and that's where it stands.
What kind of authority would they have if they're off duty to do anything?
That's what I don't know that answer. That's my concern as well, if they could be, if they had any power to do anything wrong.
They would,
Would they?
yep. You just consider working overtime, guarantee it.
Okay.
So basically what we'd be doing is basically paying their overtime.
Yep. Yep, that would be exactly.
Get with them and see if we can get an off-duty, come out here, and we pay them. Okay.
If they start to stop the people and issue citations, you know, because they don't, the tags on their cars are expired. You know, well, they don't have any insurance. And you can always tell which ones they are because they back their vehicles up.
Okay, Steve will get with Bourbon County and see if we can come up with hiring an off-duty officer and making sure that they have that authority to do that what we said they had to do, and we would pay them and see if we can get something done on that. Okay? Any other items on open forum?
I have a question. Kim
Yes.
from Sugar Valley.
Yes.
With them putting in our water, are they going to put gravel on the roads? Are they going to fix the roads?
They're supposed
They're pretty
to.
tore up, so I know they're not done, but I was just curious if the water company, if that was part of them bringing in the gravel, and I know they're putting the gravel where they got the trenches, but our roads are pretty bad up there.
Yeah, they're getting, and they're just now starting to get some of it hooked up together finally, and I did see the excavator the other day with the drag on it and smoothing down, and a lot of that dirt has went to our road, which is not gonna let the water drain, and it's not gonna, and I've told my blade man, I said, if it's that way anywhere and you know it's crowned to go to the ditch, you just blade it out and leave a windrow of that dirt and stuff, and then I will have another talk with the inspector. He's real easy to get along with. And because there's spots over there now that I know, we used to have a ditch that went from the road right to the ditch, and now it's just a level right out to our road. There's no ditch anymore, so they're gonna have to take care of some of that, and they're supposed to hit gravel on some of it anyway.
Some of that settle out in time.
Some of it will. Some of it's very thick. It's,
So over on the south side of the lake where those you go over the dam and you take a ride, and that, their blacktop's tore up now, are they gonna replace that blacktop, or they putting gravel, or are they just SLO that,
Is that where the blacktop was torn up before?
not real bad,
Like-
it was pretty decent.
By Richard Morrell's
I
house?
don't know who's over there. I just know you go across the dam and then you turn right, and where the blacktop starts, and it kind of goes around.
Yeah.
But some of that blacktop is still pretty good at the time.
Oh, yeah, that blacktop's all real good.
Yeah, it's pretty torn over there now.
I just went over it yesterday or the day before and I didn't see,
Yeah.
because I was curious as to how much they'd cleaned back up and how they left people's yards.
Right.
But I didn't see, I'll have to look at that again because
Yeah, I was just curious.
they weren't supposed to disturb any hard surface, whether it be through a driveway or a road. Anything they did had to be bored. Anything else, if anything was gravel, then they could go ahead and just trench through, but I'll have to,
It might be down with the same over there.
I'll have to take a look at it.
I'm just curious.
Because he told me, he said, and he has also told me, anyone that's got any complaints, his secretary in at the Rural Water District has had her rear end chewed so many times already with, I mean, people screaming. I had one in my office the other day, and I told her, I said, you're talking to the wrong man. I said, but I can get a hold of the right man for you. And she calmed down, but I felt sorry for that secretary because she's just like ours. She has no clue as what's going on there, but she was taking the chewing for it. And the inspector told me, he said, you have any individual, I don't care who it is, have any individual, they got a problem, contact me, give them my number, contact me. He said, we'll work it out. He's a very good man. He wants them to be doing it right, but he wants the contract to be right also.
Okay, questions?
Yep.
Okay, any other open forum?
I have
Yes?
Okay, so I don't own a camper, but a couple of my family own campers, and they got their permits. So are you guys inspecting the campers?
I'm happy to go around in my spare time. Well, this is usually between 6 and midnight.
Right.
I'm having to go around and look at those campers myself. That's the only way.
Some of those campers that are getting the permits that haven't been inspected, that shouldn't get a
You can be denied at any time.
So when you inspect them, you just do a drive-by, you walk around?
I
them?
generally walk around them and I'm carrying. I'm just gonna be honest. I walk around them, but I'm not gonna get bit by somebody's dog that's not on a chain or,
That's for snakes.
or,
There's some over there that, I mean, I don't know if they're crap.
yeah. And part of that, I need to, they're supposed to be showing towards the road that their sticker. If their sticker's not, then I've gotta write them a letter and tell them, hey, your sticker has to go. You're supposed to be able to drive like our security guys. You're supposed to be able to drive around and say, well, this person doesn't, plat 4 lot 68 doesn't have a sticker that I can see, whatever. It's gonna be a big process getting all this going. It really probably needs more help, more,
I was wondering about that, Steve, if we should have consider an inspector, maybe part-time inspector.
definitely.
Yes.
It's just,
So,
yeah,
I mean, there's some over there that are.
definitely. Because I don't have the time to do it like it needs to be done, put it that way.
Yeah. I have another question. Sorry. Okay, urban protection committee. Okay, so the structure that's being built just past Gerald, who approved that?
The structure that what now?
It's being
The
built.
Hobbit House.
Oh,
Ju-
architectural committee approved that.
How can they approve that? I mean.
From the end
It's
result,
not a Hobbit house or something.
from the end result,
I've seen the picture of what it's supposed to look like when it's finished. I was shocked at how good it looks when it's,
Did they
if
give-
it looks like that when it's
Right.
finished.
Did they give him a time frame on that? Do they?
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah, there's a 6-month time frame on the building of it, and then they have to
He's well past 6
reapply
months.
or get it extended.
I see that.
At least I had a screen.
You can't see the end result here, you know?
And his is actually gonna have less frontage than that, it's basically just a door. Everything else is covered with dirt and grass.
So his metal, and he's thinking.
Here's metal, it'll have that some sort of a waterproofing and, yeah, we'll see. But that's what he says. Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah, it looks uglier than ugly now. But that's what he is. It's beautiful. The inside's supposed to be, they just shape hard rock. Hopefully, hopefully he's not lying.
So does he have a time frame when that is supposed to be finished?
It's supposed to be 6 months.
6 months.
Permit's supposed to be 6 months, and then they're supposed to come back.
Okay, so if he doesn't get it done in 6 months, and you extend it, and he doesn't get it done within a year, are you gonna keep extending it?
That's up to the architectural committee.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody in the architectural committee here, I'm sorry, I think.
Yeah, it's awesome.
They're paying to forget it.
It's ugly right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry about that.
No.
And he's quite hell on because I've had comments. I've had called him 2 or 3 times already.
Okay, good. It's nice to see the end result. Or, you know what, take that picture and put
Is
it
it
out on
600
Facebook
square feet?
page and say, hey, this house is being built on blah, blah, blah street. This is what the end result is gonna look like. Okay, that's all I have.
Okay, any other items on open forum?
There's only one, and they're not here. They were concerned, and I missed the last 2 meetings, and I couldn't tell them anything what had been resolved about the moss in the lake for this year. I know the expense was bad the last time I was here and heard that. But they were really upset, people, because they didn't get their boat out but once, and it tore it up, the moss, and they just did not want to even pay for a permit if it wasn't something going to be done. I mean, that was the rage here. And I asked him to be here, but they didn't. So
Yeah, believe me, I hear it
I
every
know it's
day.
quite a bit expensive to do, and I said, I know they've been discussing it.
It is, and I've got money in the budget for it this year. We are just waiting. Vicky probably will have something to say on the lake committee when we get to committees. I can say it now. I mean, Vicky's been talking to these people all they can. They had some kind of a seminar or something they were at last week. They have been given, Earl and Vicky have already went around, they wanted to know the depth of these weeds and the area basically that we had to spray. This is the stuff that will actually kill the roots to where we don't have that problem anymore. But we basically have already given them all the figures they need to figure out how much it would cost to do it. They do have a licensed applicator for the state of Kansas, and we're just waiting on them to give us their price. What's that?
They didn't have a licensed applicator before this year, and so
Right.
he got certified in March.
Right.
I'm sorry I got out of protocol. I'm Ramley Wilson of Hidden Valley Lake. No, I wrote you down. I know she knows me.
But that's where we're at
I was
with that.
concerned because these people
It's-
were really upset, and they do put a lot of money into the lake.
Yeah, no.
I mean, they're where they live, and they're adding on and doing it right, and I imagine the reason why he didn't come today is because his father's real bad, so that
Yeah.
could be a possibility, but I'll pass this on.
Yes, please do. We're gonna take care of it. On a side note, going kinda similar to that, you all over here have had a terrible beaver and otter, I believe it's otters, problem. Vicki, how many have we taken out of here so far? 4 beaver and 4 otters have been taken out so far. we're gonna continue as long as we keep seeing them or whatever,
And these
having
things aren't
problems.
little, these are
Yeah, we've saw them.
They're huge. So we're taking care of that problem also. We have one person over here that got all kinds of brush under their dock, brand new $30,000 dock. We've got to get a boat when it gets time, a little warmer, and we got to get that out of there and not destroy the dock, but we're working on all that also.
So do you have a cage that they go into?
He's trapping them.
Yeah.
There's one over on Buzzard Lane that's tearing up some of the cabins. They're digging up underneath the connexes and under the cabins, like Jimmy Girgo's place. Yeah, the thing's about this big.
Is that a groundhog?
It's gotta be a groundhog.
Groundhog. I don't know.
Groundhog or, well, armadillo wouldn't be that big. We've had it, have you been on the golf course?
I haven't, yet.
We've got 2 greens that something's been coming up last year, not this year yet, but last year, am I right, Mike?
Yes.
They've got holes dug this big on our greens, and they dig down in kind of at an angle, and some of these are this deep. And that's, I mean,
Armadillos,
what's that?
armadillos.
Armadillo, a fox, or I don't know, we can't catch it. I mean, we can't catch what it is. Yeah,
So what's the best way to catch that? If it's a
yeah,
badger or groundhog or whatever?
yeah. If you hear a firecracker go off at midnight, just, it's 4th of July.
Okay, anybody else have anything in the open forum? Okay. New business? Any new business? Okay, committee reports? Any committee wants to make a report?
I'm Bill Girl. The only thing, well, I already talked about the vegetation side. And the only other thing is he would like to see another load of sand delivered down to the beach. And we need gravel down at the bottom too.
Yeah, I talked to him this week about that.
Oh, well, he didn't tell me that he
Yeah.
did.
I told him to tell you, don't bring that up to the meeting, because I can take care of that. That's what I told him. I told him, I said, Earl, if she brings that up at this meeting, I said, I can take care of that, and it will happen. Probably be Dave Eastwood. But I said, if she brings that up at the meeting, I said, I'm not doing it this year. So,
When it rains down
But
there,
no, we
it's
can-
just mud holes.
we can take care of that.
Yeah.
That's,
So he just wanted
yeah.
to know about that one.
Anything else on the lake committee? Audit committee, we will be meeting next month for our 4-month review. We do 3 times a year, and then I'll be reporting that. If we have the meeting before the board meeting, I'll report it that. Otherwise, it'll be in June. I'll be reporting. Yes.
On the rec committee.
Yes.
Right now it's Larry and I, and a few volunteers if we can. We are going to try to establish some kind of Hidden Valley Days. Anybody that can help us out, because our, Ray was not gonna do it this year, Mary's not having anything to do with it. Tom's not, so that's our game and our music. We talked to somebody that said they play music, and it's right here from the lake, and they do up here all the time. So we got kind of that, and we have a little money in the rec committee for food and stuff, but we're gonna try to pull something together. I mean, I've talked to across the lake about the kids' games and stuff.
It's been kind of skinny the past year, but it's accumulated with the pool tournaments and the different things that we've had. We've got $960 on the rack,
Awesome.
the good towards.
Okay.
Plus, I have an association.
Get with Oswald's, they're pretty good about doing the smoking of the meats and stuff like that. Smoked baked beans, he's got some really good beans he smokes down there. It's down in the swimming area.
Something, you know, and then get it out there real fast, but it's been kind of scary because he's been sick and then, you know, we just had to pull him.
Pretty good smokers too.
That's usually Memorial Day.
When he smokes on him, he's dead.
The 28th is big, I'm assuming. But I've got other obligations already, because me and my alumni banquet, I'm the baby of the family, I have to take care of everything. And so, this may be our last one. But anyway, appreciate it, all the help we can get. Or input.
Somebody from the rec committee asked me about a golf tournament. Is that you?
Sugar Valley, yeah.
Yeah, and I talked to some of the senior golfers, and they're willing, but we just need to get some more information. What are you doing the golf tournament for? When do you want to have it? You know, that kind of thing. We just need some more information to figure out what we
Well, the
can do.
money raised will go back into the rec committee.
Okay.
For whatever we can get ideas to improve over there, you know, I don't know, some improvements. So money can go towards some improvements, and we could probably take a survey to get ideas, what to improve. You know, I'm thinking maybe some kind of a shelter house, you know, over at the beach area, you know, you get that little cliff, you go up top of the hill, maybe some kind of wood structure, shelter house or something, you know, I don't know. But that's where the money would go. It would go
Okay.
to some place that everybody could decide on, where we need to improve, or some of it probably go back into the rec committee to go towards other things.
Okay.
But the time, I don't care.
Because we have several school tournaments. They had one just this last week, and then we have several senior tournaments, and then we have the redneck tournament, and we have, I think, one other one. So there's several tournaments we already have scheduled on the schedule. We just have to find a time when we could do that schedule.
If it's better in the fall.
And we also have a time when Lynn Valley comes over here, we go over there, and we have competition between the two golf committees. And we have tournaments that also, and they have 3 or 4 of those a year too. So we have several golf tournaments right now on the schedule.
Okay.
So you're not particular about when it is, weekday, weekend,
It would have to be a weekend.
weekend.
Probably, I would say weekend to draw some more people,
Okay,
yeah, out of town, or, you know, people that come down for the weekend, yeah, I would say weekend.
okay.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk to you this morning.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay. Any other committee reports?
Sugar Valley.
Sure about it.
Yes, we had an awesome Easter egg hunt today. We had about 40 kids. We had a pancake breakfast, and we probably had about 40 people show up, so that turned out really good. The kids, we gave out prizes. We stuffed over 830 eggs last night, so they were all excited. Next month, we are having the country potluck, and we're providing burgers, dogs, and they're also going to do a pool party and a movie night. And
It's May 28th.
that's on the 28th. May 28th.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got Texas Hold'em supposedly coming up on June 4th. So that's all I got right now.
Okay, any other committee reports?
Last year, and I got the east side sign repainted, the entrance sign, a little bit touch-up needs again, and I just volunteered this because I like to do it. And then I'll get to the other side, try to get there before Memorial Day, I'll try to work on it.
Okay.
So we just brighten that up, and then I noticed some of the others, and I don't know, that might be good, how expensive the signs are. You know, the street, used to work for the city and I knew all that, but now it's been too long ago. And I might check into that and maybe replace some of the street signs or something. Or is there something involved at the association level that can be done? You know, like, whatever I repainted about 10 years ago. They're needing it again.
Clubhouse.
Yeah,
I
agree with that.
I didn't know what paint class was the best, so
Yeah.
there's some that lettering is real good on, and what I used was just really extremely out of the ordinary on wood, was car paint, but it stayed on that wood. It did not go off.
Yeah, I definitely think
Sign
there
runs,
has to
that's
be a clubhouse sign at different points. Turn this way to go to the clubhouse.
There is one down there that's
Yeah.
really
Steve, you do anything on that?
Yeah, I'm check, I got it wrote down,
Okay.
check into
Then the
arrows or,
state gives their signs to Wes's, don't they?
what's that?
Doesn't the state, don't they, give their signs to Wes's?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, Karen told me that.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, I mean, that might be someplace to check.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be for like stop
Well,
signs.
for the stop sign, don't know about street signs.
Right.
Arrows maybe, or dead ends or something.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you all heard, but Karen's father passed away. So, you know.
Oh, I was talking about Karen, whether it was me, I'm sorry. So she's-
Okay. If there's no other business, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Adjourn.